Good morning. It's my last morning pack up here before I get picked up here in a few hours. So I did decide to go along the cliff hedges, do the Appalachian Trail. I'm not going to take the Blue Blaze. So I think it'll be okay. I'll try to take pictures and show you what it looks like as much as possible. But when it comes to safety, sometimes I put my camera away. I'll try to get some pictures for you, depending on how much I can let go of. I feel comfortable pulling my camera out there. So this morning, I just want to pan around here and show you. We're going to look at the shelter before we go, and also opportunities to use the woods are very limited here. So I just feel like that this whole area right here is like a giant bathroom, because there's so many rocks everywhere. I don't know. And then there's a water source down here. I'm sure it's seasonal, so you couldn't go down there, or you shouldn't. And there's a trail over here, and there's a drop off there and a drop off over there. So I ask you, where do these people go to the bathroom? I had to take a little hike this morning, and then when I got up, I stepped on my glasses and popped the lens out, so they're a little scratched right over here. All right, I'm going to show you this shelter though. Shelters are closed, so it's not been used or maintained in a while. Just keep that in mind. This is a shelter. And last night, I swear I could hear like little rocks tinking. You know how rocks sound? But look at all the pine cones up in there. Well, how did that happen? What animal did that? Did they blow in there? I don't know. Very interesting. You see what I mean? There is no place to go to the bathroom. That's all rock. You can't dig in it. And that's the way out, because I'll probably be using two hands to go down. It's like that. It's pretty steep. And then this is a blue bypass trail that goes this way, the high water bypass. And then it just drops off on the side. I'm just sharing that little tidbit of information there for you. All right. I'm going to put this on and head on. Okay, the trail starts off there. And goes down here. The hikers that I've spoken to, they've said that it's a very gentle down. It's Saturday, so I don't know if the falls will be busy. It's like you're going back into a primeval forest. And then we just walk along this. Nice. I'll be completely okay if it just stayed like this. I know it doesn't, but so I get a shower today, I get real food today, I get to see my puppies today. Life is good. I wish I could share the smell, the wet woods and the water. It's like if you've ever gone to a waterfall or even a rain smell. I can't describe it. But I am inhaling it. It smells like if you're at a fountain, but it's not chlorine-y. It's natural. It's just an amazing smell through here. And yesterday, I caught whiffs of it too. Since can't smell it, I guess we'll check back in when we get to a different area of the trail. But just imagine it. Oh, so good. And this, anybody could do. Just walk down here and hike it. This is only 2 miles in. Not even. I think it was 1.8 miles from Dennis Cove Road. Hypnotizing, isn't it? We climbed a little bit above the water now. Looks like some rocky area up ahead. Hello, Maine. They put these nice steps here for us. Ooh. Always just a hair not quite high enough for 5'4". But doable. Oh, I have my long sleeve shirt on. That was cool, and I thought, oh, I'm going to be down, it's going to be chilly. No, it's not. And there you go. That's where I have to go. I'm going to shed a layer. So I think this is said area, right around that bend. I have to be careful because there's a rock wall behind me, but I just came down from there, climbed over these rocks, so I will pull my camera out when I get around the bend there, but if it's like this, that's not too bad. Okay, so I came around this way. I don't know if this is the area or not. This doesn't seem like what I was envisioning. But it goes around the bend, as I was told. So I'm going to keep going that way. And then the trail continues on along the water. There you have it, looking back, looking northbound. I can see that might be a little bit more intimidating, heading northbound. And these rocks are slippery, even in my extra sticky ultras. So I had to just be careful. Look at that. Wow. Pretty incredible. Okay, now, I don't know if that was it or not. It sounds like it, but. So now we get to go over this boulder mess. One of those steps, I'm not lying, was when I put my leg down, it was above my knee. So it was higher than knee height for me. It's never as bad as it looks. Didn't that look like that would take a minute? And usually because Maine is like that. Maine has a lot of ridiculously high steps, a lot of rocks. But I can usually find a little step up somewhere or a little tree to pull myself up on, stuff like that. Right back there. Yeah, it's so pretty here. There's the first look at the falls, guys. Wow. I don't think they were that crashing when I was here before. I mean, they were pretty awesome, but wow. And we'll get a closer view here in a little bit, but all right, let me just say I'd have been really, really mad at myself if I'd have taken the bypass trail and came back here another time and day hiked this area I think it's all relative as to what you've experienced. That was nothing at all. And I guess if you've only hiked, you know, if you had limited hiking, it might be a little scary, but I didn't find it scary at all. Look at that! But if you've hiked much of northern Appalachian Trail, you know that it is crazy with rocks and scrambles and rocks at all kind of crazy angles you got to walk over. So that's all that was. Just a little taste of up north. The trail's up here. Now, as I say this, I could go around the corner and there could be some treacherous something that I'm like, holy cow, abort mission, turn around. My next obstacle is going to be the steep climb out of here. It's steps, but they are steep. So it's going to take me a minute. But they're easier going up than going down. Wow. Before you could go out there and sit on rocks and everything. That's not going to happen today. That is incredible. Laurel Falls. Some incredible amount of power. I got here and I expected to see people all around. Somebody left their t-shirt. But nope, just me. I have no idea where the trail goes. It brought me down here. I had to go find it. We have it all to ourselves. I'm gonna have my frappuccino right now. What's for breakfast, or second breakfast, even though I'm only hiking a little bit. Alright, well, I'll show you in a little bit how we get out of here. Okay, I see what I did there. I came from that way and just headed to the falls that way, but I did not see that this is the path out. So remember I said it was steep. So I'll give you just a little taste of it. At least they're nicely spaced. Well, say that. There's one that's a little ridiculous. It helps when you go, ugh, and things like that. So right on up there. Just a little stairway to heaven here. Okay, so that little bit of time, look how far we've come. I've seen two people here today. A jogger asking for directions, and a gentleman down there taking photographs. Seas are going up and going down. I don't know if it's the ease of it so much as it's just more scary going down. Same way when we're traveling. If we're going up a mountain, I'm not as stressed. It's the going down that just freaks me out. There's a look. Piece of cake. But we're not done. Little deep steps there. Come on. People, put little steps in. Woo! And then you go falling backwards. It's never a good thing. See what I mean? Usually you can find a little step around. And up, 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 up. There you go. We are leaving the falls, heading on to the rest of our little walk this morning. I think there's a gorge with some views. We're not out of the woods yet, my friends. All right, I just want to give you a taste of that. So if you ever came here and you're like, oh heck no, I'm not walking down those stairs, it's not bad. You got little areas you can pull over to rest. That's a nice sitting rock right there. I got a feeling we're almost at the top though. I'll let you know. I'll count the steps. But look at this little stash here. 80 of my steps. That means, you know, one step might take me 2 because I'm looking for the easiest way to get up it. There's a little flat area back there. It's leveling out a bit. Nice. Okay, so 80 so far. So you go up a little bit and then there's nice little rolling area there for a bit, for about 40 more steps. And then we've got this. I'm not counting anymore. It's not far. I think it's like 2/10 of a mile you have to do this. I know it's 2/10 of a mile according to gut hooks from the falls to the Blue Blaze Trail, which is at the top of this. It's funny what you remember in your mind. In my mind, I remember just like, imagine a very steep stairway all the way down. And really, anyone I talk to about hiking this area, this is a part that came to their mind. It's really steep going down. Maybe I will count till our next pop in and see. We are up here quite a bit. I think it's only like 100 feet or so. 143, something like that. It's not like 500. So 200 of my steps to get to right here in this area. And there are a couple of areas like that. Again, if you need to take a break, plenty of places for a break. And right up here is the end of the climb, where you see all the rock facing up there. That is where it connects to the Blue Blaze Trail. So that gives you a good idea of going up this side. Now, going down, same thing in reverse. This is the Blue Blaze Bypass Trail looking that way. I just climbed over some rocks to get here. I don't know what it's like beyond this, but just showing you a peek at it. And right back over here, I'm going to climb over those rocks, and that's where this trail meets the Appalachian Trail. This is where in 2016 Mr. D sat with one of the grand girls after they looked at the steps and said, nope. So if you do have anybody in your party who says nope to the stairs, to the steep, they can just hang out here. It's a nice, pretty area. There's rocks to sit on. Fascinating little place. Oh, right here on these rocks. These are the resting rocks. So that, my friends, is Laurel Falls. That is the Blue Blaze High Water Bypass Trail, which I'm glad I didn't take. And now, from what I remember, that's a scary thing. This is just a nice little walk in the woods. Going back to Dennis Cove Road. I think it's 1.3 miles to go. So I just came down those steps just to show you that there are a few steps on the way to the other steps, and then we're going right down there. Nice sound of water throughout this hike. Well, and the day hikers are starting to come out. I just passed a family. A couple of families, I guess. A couple of backpackers. Look like weekenders. Well, they were clean. They were very clean. But they could have just cleaned up at the hostel. Because there's a couple of hostel options up here. Oh, there's that smell again. Oh, it's delightful. Just can't stop smelling it. I want a house that smells like that. Maybe like, I know this isn't salt water, but you know when you get to the ocean, you smell the ocean air. Maybe it's the water in the air. It's kind of like that. And here's our bridge. Crossing over Laurel Fork. And here comes hikers. We'll resume in a minute. And let those folks go by. It's terrible when you come around day hikers and all, because you are aware of how you... Whoops. Hey there, go ahead. I'm taking a video, just talking to myself, taking a video. You are aware of how you smell. And the other day I was hiking, I kept smelling a dead animal. 2 or 3 times that day I kept smelling a dead animal. And I took my pack off and I realized it's my pack that smelled like a dead animal. Oh, the joys of backpacking. You will stink like you've never stunk before. But this is beautiful. So worth it. Leaving Pond Mountain Wilderness, Cherokee National Forest. No, we're still not out yet. But this is a delightful walk along the water. If you're in the area, you got to check out Laurel Falls. If you don't even do anything but walk along this path by this water. Good for the soul, y'all. Getting outside, good for the soul. Really, that's true. There's been studies. Nature heals. Nature is healing. It also provides a chance to slow the mind down. We are so tuned in to technology that we hardly have time to hear our own thoughts. And if you're a person who has trouble meditating just by sitting and quieting the mind, I'm raising my hand to that one. Get out and just take a walk. And you'll find your mind quiets down naturally. Okay, so if you wanted to visit Laurel Falls, the easiest way would probably be to just park at Dennis Cove Road, and then it's just 2 miles-ish down to the falls. There is another trailhead in Hampton, I believe. I think it might be a little bit further hike. I haven't done that hike, so I don't know. So that's another way. But this is an easy hike. I mean, you've got the downhill and a few rocks, but that family back there, they had a little boy who it looked like he was maybe 2 or 3 years old. Little guy. And another little guy, a little bit older. So families can do it. All right, I'm nearing the end of this section, and I will be sewing up my Southern Virginia into Tennessee hike, leaving nothing but the Smoky Mountains to finish. Happy day. It's a trail. Pretty nice, huh? All right. This is Gator. Do all you can while you can. Get outside. Happy hiking. Or kayaking, or whatever your bag is. Biking. Just get outside.